Hello everyone, and we haven't seen this for a while, have we? I was building a HPA ASG EVO and we got all these custom 3D printed bits on here, but a lot of time's passed since then, but I have spent, well, a considerable amount of money just getting these 3D printed parts, mainly the grip and the front end here, professionally made. So you'll see it's got a lot of different texture on it. The process that is used for this is very expensive. So I mean we're talking like one-off, you know, a quantity of one price. Let me just spin this off here so I can show you. But I think it's going to be worth it. So as good as 3D printing is, this part functions absolutely fine. The downside is just the look and the feel of it. You can tell it's on an at-home 3D printer, which there isn't, like I say, anything wrong with that. It's plenty strong. It's been printed in a way which makes the print strong, but it's just, you've got all these like layer lines. It's very glossy. Yes, you could use different filaments. The rail up here looks a little bit fuzzy, but when we compare it to this looks like something that is professionally made, and that's because it is. This part was around about £120 for me to have made as like a prototype cost, as if you want to call it that. A few people have inquired about me making these things. However, I don't think it's going to be viable because people aren't going to want to spend the amount of money it takes to make these in additive manufacturing. But you can see there it looks a lot better. It looks like a professional part. A little bit off compared to the, you know, the injection molded plastic of the EVO. But we've got the grip as well, so I'm going to spin this little fitting off, and we need to take out the grip. So I think it's a 2mm. So we've got 4 little screws inside the grip. So we'll spin these out real quick. Some of them are a little bit harder to get to than others, and to be honest with you, that part was printed in like normal PLA, black PLA. This grip, however, I had a batch of carbon fibre filament, and as good as that is, I think with carbon fibre filaments for at-home or professional FDM printers, it sounds good, but it being carbon fibre, and you think, oh, it's going to be ridiculously strong. But from all the research that I've done on the internet, where people have heavily tested these materials and compared it to off-the-shelf filaments, it didn't really give major benefits that you'd expect for the price of the filament itself. So pulling this off here, we'll extract our 4 screws, place them there. So this is printed on an FDM printer. It looks very good. It's very matted in comparison, but it's still not going to be the strongest. We probably don't need it to be all that strong, but it's going to be nowhere near as strong as this part here. So we can slide our new grip on. Hopefully it all fits like it should, which it does. Thor did an absolutely fantastic job designing these. So I think he did upload the files for the pistol grip free of charge. I think he's on printables maybe. So there's a lot of people that have had this grip and printed it and fitted to the EVOs. Now again, you're talking HPA EVOs, because with the sort of the geometry of this grip, there's nowhere to put a motor in there. So if you've got an electric EVO, you're going to struggle. But with HPA, we don't have that limitation. So the first thing I got rid of was that horrible grip, and he did spend a lot of time designing this. So it really does transform the Evo. It makes it a hell of a lot more comfortable. It's very much inspired or similar to the die-free Co's in terms of the grip angle. So I'm just going to quickly whack this on here, then we'll take a look. You'll see I've got white selectors on here, and that's because he was playing around with designing selectors, and I was just testing them out. So these, if I do like them compared to the originals, I can always get professionally printed as well. So there you have it. We've got much stronger materials now. So this is like in terms of the grip and the front end, it's you know, it's in its final form, if you want to call it that. I can put this little grip up front as well, if I can line up the M-lock. So I will just look through the rail as I do this, making sure the M-lock slots are properly orientated. And now we've got our HPA integrally suppressed Evo, if you want to call it that. It's not really integrally suppressed, but the suppressor is hidden by the handguard. It does make it a little bit longer, but it's the same as having, you know, a short-handed Evo with a suppressor on the end. It's just now it's all encompassed, and it's really comfortable and chunky. If you like a nice big girthy grip, and the pistol grip is fantastic as well. Just testing these selectors out, seeing if I can get on with them. If I do, I'll get those properly done as well. Everything works like it should. And the only real things we've got left to do now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with the stock. Now, PTS have just unveiled their ACR stock for the Evo, so maybe I'll give that a go. I'm not a huge fan of the standard iron sights that go on there, but I think I just put them on there for, you know, a placeholder. Do we have, I do have some iron sights here located in all the mess. So we actually have some PTS sights here which I can put on there, which should look a lot better. So let's quickly whack these on. I am a big fan of these PTS. These used to come a lot on the KWAs, and they're very, very good iron sights. The quality on them is exceptional. And every time I bought a lot of KWAs over my time, and if they ever got graded and a red dot went on, I always kept the iron sights because some builds suit them. So we're just gonna slide this on so we can be able to test the Picatinny rail, and the dimensions on the Picatinny rail look solid. Just tighten this up here. So now we've got some better iron sights if we ever need to use them, not that we will, but they look a lot sleeker, they're a lot more out of the way. We'll need to put some kind of optic on here. As to what optic to go on there yet, I am not entirely sure. It's going to be some kind of red dot. And do we have a mag? I've got a mag here somewhere. I had one of the PTS mags. These are ridiculously long. I'm not really a massive fan of them. I wish they'd made them a little bit shorter. But you can get that mag in. They just look ridiculous, don't they? They're far too big. But fear not, because I've got a bunch of the normal Evo mags which look much better. So there you go, a little update on the Evo. We're swapping out parts for, you know, stronger parts now. These two bits here, maybe we can do a giveaway for them for the Evo. So they're perfectly fine. They're just made on an FDM printer. So now we're good. We're getting good to go. I need to remove that label off the barrel. The label under here as well I need to remove. Annoying. And we need to get some black selectors on there. And then the only other thing I've got to do is I've got a barrel for it. I've also got a max chamber. I bought hot rubber parts and nubs for it, but I just don't know. I don't know where I've put them. I remember having them about a week or two ago, and I was like, right, I need to keep them, you know, safely out of the way. Then can't find them. So yeah, it's not, the project's not dead, as well as the Desert Tech. I can't remember the name of it now. MDR. So we're going to get to that as well soon. So some non-gas blowback related content for you here for those that want it. But I do really like this. I cannot wait for them to do a gas blowback Evo of some kind. I think if ASG don't do it, they're absolutely mad. But it is what it is. I like this. It's not to everyone's taste. It looks a bit weird, but it completely hides the STFU suppressor in there, which is going to make this very quiet indeed. And it's going to be my little stealthy SMG. I've got tons of mags for it, and all the HPA gear to go with it. So thanks for tuning in as always. Just a little quick update here. The video's going up. You'll have seen an updated video on my USP. I also did the same things with my 19. Let's see if I can do this. So threaded barrel, tan frame. Just we can't have it on video, unfortunately. It's not worth the hassle. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more content. There's a lot more gauntlet stuff coming up where we do the Chisato, we do the Maxim 9, and we pit it against other relevant pistols that you might want to consider. And then we also do the HK45 versus the USP 9 to see which one I prefer the most. So those videos are coming up very soon. Netsy's on them. Thanks for tuning in as always. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I was tripped up there. From me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next one.